Another home game on LSU's campus this weekend. First responders are getting ready to answer any emergency call. So while you're out tailgating and having fun on the Bluff or in Death Valley, another set of eyes are watching out for your health and safety.
East Baton Rouge EMS, right? They got a large presence at these games, have already, right? So I'm at Venezia live this morning with EMS, learning from them about what their game days look like and what we need to pay attention to. Matt?
Hey, Matt and Liz, good morning. Yeah, EMS game days look a little bit different than the game days of, say, you and I, the traditional, college football fan, enjoying the festivities that come along with all that. But just in case, you need to be prepared to learn and know what these EMS members are able to do in case you get caught up in that situation here. So Brad Harris from EBR EMS joining us here once again this morning. Sounds like a busy weekend. Over the weekend, you had a Southern home game, you had an LSU home game. Were there a lot of calls made compared to other weekends here when it comes to being at college football games?
Yeah, absolutely. Whenever we have two games in town, LSU and Southern, it kind of spreads our resources. We had about 48 calls at LSU, another 16 at Southern. The ultimate goal out there is to keep everybody safe, hydrated. The majority of our calls were heat-related calls.
Now, I have to imagine with, the conference schedule for both teams here getting going, obviously LSU getting SEC play this weekend. Southern's on the road. They'll be back. Conference play gets underway. Do the bigger games like that attract more people where you need more EMS folks on those campuses? Does it depend on the game, how you staff EMS members?
Yeah, we have a minimum staffing of about 16 people at LSU and another 6 at Southern, depending on the rival. Whenever we do have an SEC team in town like Florida, we do expect a larger crowd. We had a larger crowd for LA Tech because it's a local home team. So you have the people that live here that are Tech fans. So, we had a lot of people here.
And what about learning from experiences of previous seasons? I mean, I have to imagine certain game plans maybe went to plan, maybe others you felt like you needed more staff. Do you kind of learn from previous instances?
Absolutely. Last year, the Southern homecoming game was pretty big for us, and we also had Alabama. So those are always big games. We don't have Alabama this year, but next year we will. So we always plan more resources for those particular games.
Well, all hands on deck, most certainly, okay? And speaking of having all hands on deck, there is another agency that actually comes into town from out of town to help with some games on occasion. We're going to meet some of those members here coming up in your next half hour, but so far a good conversation here, a really important one at that before the games get underway again this weekend. Guys.